welcome to Missy T TV, bringing you another installment of Borderline Presenters, Dungeons and Dragons, Adventure League Online. I am not alone in streaming. We have also Bases of Operations. So let's jump to the roleplay place scene. There we go. Roleplay setup. Okay, here we are. So, here today we have got Avros, also known as Rogue Gamer. Again, can you tell us a little bit about your character and what you like to do?
Oh, well, first tonight. Okay. Yeah. I'm a half-elf. I'm a celestial warlock that is dedicated for healing the group, doing roguish shit, and dealing DPS. So, all three things. This is bad.
Fantastic. Okay, and we also have got myself. I'm Missy T TV. You are on my channel, of course, as well as Bases of Operations. My character is a dragonborn called Abraxia. She is a fighter. She's level 4, and she is now a dueling samurai. So she is very much wanting to kick some ass. And Bases of Operations.
Yes, thanks very much. You all know me as well, and I somehow morphed into being a variety streamer. I'm playing the Red Dragonborn Rogar the Blacksmith.
Perfect. Just going to give you a shout out as well. And of course, not forgetting our amazing GM, Miniacs Miniatures.
Hey everybody, it's your old buddy Nate from Miniacs. Okay, I hope we're all going to have a great time. There's going to be a little bit of a change of setting today. If you've been keeping up with the story so far, it seems like most of the factions, most of the guilds rather, around the town of Flan seem to be seeking sort of relics of ancient dragons. Yeah, let's have a fun time today. Let's get out there and do some fighting and play fair and have a lot of fun.
Wonderful. Okay. So take it away,
oh, yeah,
GM.
I forgot to say, I also stream Skull and Paint Appreciating. Awesome, thanks so much everybody. Let's get playing.
Wicked. Just finishing off the shout outs as well. So, there we go. And Bases of Operations.
I'm just going to get a mod to do it for me.
God, my typing is so slow. Bases of, yeah, type in the rest. I'm trying to be so calm with this laptop right now. Okay, send. Yes, all right, perfect. So I am ready to go.
All right. With the rising of the sun, the members of the Dragon Force 5, as they've been called by the citizens of Flan, awaken at Madame Friona's teacup. Something seems a little different today. As you walk down the steps, Madame Friona keeps looking at everybody who comes down the steps. And she sees Aravos. And she says, Aravos, and she waves her over towards the bar.
Yes? Do I have something on me? What's happening?
She says, there was someone here looking for you yesterday, just after you left. She was a tall female elf. She said her name was Olivia.
Oh.
And she said that you two were supposed to meet about something and that you stood her up. She said, if you still care about the meeting, to meet her today for breakfast at the Laughing Goblin.
I wanted to go there yesterday, yeah. But we kind of got stuck somewhere else. Okay, yeah, Laughing Goblin, sure, I'll go there.
Okay, everybody type your shopping into the Roll20 chat along with the price in gold pieces and mark it on your character sheet as well, and then we'll continue.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Just want to make sure I've put in my Harper's Potion. Yep, that's already there. Perfect. Still not touched the permanent. I've got my hunting
Jesus, I have a lot of health potions. This is stupid.
trap.
I'm not even buying those anymore.
How many have you got now? Yeah, my speed's 30.
Like, I got all of the stuff that I need for I'm gonna save, you know, I need to save up for Revivify. Wait, do I have Revivify? No. No, that's on 5th level. Yeah, I need to save up for Revivify.
I don't know if I want anything else.
Wait, what level? I'm level 4.
Also,
By
viewers.
the way, I looked into it, guys, and 10 downtime days to level up in tier 1 is actually canon correct. So
Xander just gave a big thumbs up.
the only difference is when we reach tier 2, you're also going to have to be required to spend money every day that you spend training as well. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be like. I guess everybody started with 100 gold, so we'll call it 100 gold a day.
Okay, so we have to spend 100 gold.
For what?
For training, I'm guessing.
Yeah, to pay for your training, that's right, and to pay for your food and your living expenses.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, I didn't add cantrip to my spell. Oh, I remember that. No?
Okay, so I'm just looking at the shop just in case. Shop.
That's awesome. Felix could level up then and be ready for another game on the weekends.
Alright, so shop.
Wait, so it's just the 3 of us?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Xander's, he's got work early.
Today and tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh,
I'm
we're
going to bed
fucked.
now. That sucks. You guys can have fun.
No. This is still tier 1 play. I think the 3 of you can manage it. Can everybody please say their level real quick?
I'm level 4, my health is 44, and my AC is now 17.
Erebos?
4 as well. Yeah.
And Rogar?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
3, so that's 2.
Felix is on a date with the half elf.
Giggity.
I don't want weapons.
Yeah. No, wait, I can't get massive. Damn it. No, that's not the one for ketchup. More ketchup.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna take all of that. Other shit.
I'm going to bed now.
yeah, I'm going to bed. Felix says something about going in training in the local temple. That's why he's going to put himself to level 4 for the next game.
I just took the feet and it took the spells, I believe.
I don't think I do want anything. I've got a lantern, I've got that.
Okay, second level. This down.
Looks like Cannibal Corpse just put out a new music video. New single.
Oh, cool.
It's decent.
By the way, Rogar, wonderful stream today. Wonderful video today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm not buying anything. There's nothing that I think I need this time.
I need to save so I will be able to actually pay for my stay because it's bloody expensive.
Are we ready to move on, guys?
Yep, I am.
Rogar?
Good to go.
I'll take my
Okay. You guys start making your way west through town. The streets are cobblestones, but as you move further and further towards the west, the roads start to become just dirt roads. You're seeing a few, the delta of the river is spilling out into the ocean to the west here. That river that you followed to the east just yesterday to find and the day before, to find that secret hideout of the Blackguard, the corrupt Blackguard, which, by the way, You guys have killed all of them. There is no police left in town.
What? Everybody was corrupt?
Yeah, the Blackguard was in it with the Blackguard was in it with the 2 other guilds.
Wow, that is impressive,
all-
guys. You've been
all
busy
the
while
only
I've
one
not
left
been
is-
there.
The only one left is the captain.
I mean, we can kill him too if you really want us to.
You don't. Well, no, you don't have to kill him. I just wanted to put that out there. The Blackguard had all been in on that secret prison except for the leadership.
Well, I mean, we've sent a message now. I mean, corruption won't be accepted.
Oh yeah, I would say that sends a pretty strong message. So you make your way west through town. You walk through the red curtain district near the docks. You see all kinds of different I don't know how to put this, sex workers in their little
Escorts.
Exactly. You see all these escorts in their little booth with the window that you can see in, and there's all different kinds of people there, all different races, all different sizes, pretty much anything you could imagine to want to copulate with is there. You approach the Laughing Goblin, which appears to be a place that caters mostly to the rough crowd of sailors, mariners, mercenaries, and other adventurers. Okay, as you enter the Laughing Goblin, I'm going to pull it up on the map right now.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
So, as you enter the Laughing Goblin, yeah, it's big. You can see that this old dark tavern has seen better times. The woodwork is extremely worn, the once white plaster is now yellowed and crumbling, and the chandeliers and lanterns are rusted and soot-stained. The furniture shows signs of heavy use and the scars of various brawls. A thin human female with long black hair is cleaning tankards behind the bar while chatting with a bald, overweight human male in the tavern's livery, sitting on a bar stool. I actually have him standing up there. He's the white square. The sounds of cooking and the strong smell of cabbage soup come from the kitchen. At this time of day, there are few guests, but it's not empty. The customers are sitting quietly at the various tables. As you can see, the common room has 2 large floors with an open space in the middle containing a bar and a stage, and on the south wall there's a large fireplace. It looks kind of weird on the map there. It looks like here, I'll take a look at it. Oops. Need to do that, sorry. Okay, so the fireplace runs along this wall down here. Right there. It's a big old fireplace right there.
Okay.
As you enter, the waiter shouts to you. He says, "Sit wherever you want, except the second floor. I'll get to you soon."
I wouldn't mind sitting nice and close to that fire, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and join Rogar as well.
I'm gonna go walk around the tavern looking for the elf.
I look at Rogar. I look at Avros, thinking he's gonna get up to some mischief. I just feel it.
Hey.
Let's see. As you walk by, you hear the bartender speaking with the waiter about the beacon at so-called Keep and how it went out 2 days ago, and nobody knows why. Let's see. You hear the fat human call the bartender in Mizael. And you hear the bartender call the waiter Fat Mar. As you look around, you see some characters sitting around the various tables. In the top left, you see a half-orc nursing his drink in the dark corner. He's sitting alone. At the next table, to the right, going clockwise, you see Welby. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to tell his name. You see two halfling merchants. They're enjoying their lunch, and when you approach them, they say they're not very happy about being stuck here in Sokol because the keep is not lit, and they can't get out of the harbor, and the delay is costing them a lot of money. To the next table, clockwise, you have three humans with ink-stained hands and shirts. They're sharing a drink over dinner and speaking quietly to themselves. As you walk by, they kind of glare at you, and after you walk away, they just go back to their discussion. Let's see. At the next table, you see two female human mercenaries sitting in a booth. They seem concerned about a mutual friend named Grim. And at the next table, you see...
Is he roboting only for me?
I thought it's just his voice being croaky. He doesn't sound as robotic as the last
What's
one.
that? Do I sound okay?
You sound better now, yeah.
All right. So these four tables have had customers, and in this corner sits the elf that you met the other day. And she's sitting there and she recognizes you, but she doesn't say anything.
I shall approach the table.
Okay. She says, hey, I came looking for you yesterday, but I didn't see you there. Me and my friend Valona wanted to have a little party last night, but you weren't around.
Yeah, I would have joined. Just we had some wizarding problems. A guy went missing.
She kind of laughs. She kind of laughs and she says, yeah, there was a bard at the tavern and he was singing all about it.
At least we didn't tell him what happened there.
Can I just check that I can hear this conversation at this table?
That's only 10 feet and the crowd is pretty sparse. The only other sound nearby is the crackling of the fire, so you can easily hear what they're saying over there.
But in any case, how was the party last night?
She says, well, it would have been better with a third, if you know what I mean. But, she says, if you still want to look at that map, I can show it to you right now. And if you want, you can even copy it.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. I'm interested where we're gonna end up at some point or another.
So the map shows a... Just give me 1 second, I'm trying to look at something here.
No problem.
So she unrolls the map, and it shows to the north a range of mountains that you already know exist but have never seen. And there is a cave marked on the mountains, and it says White Dragon with an arrow pointing to the entrance of the cave. I want you to go ahead and roll something. Roll wisdom to make a copy of the map, please.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Oh wow, okay. You made a really nice copy of the map. It's not precisely exactly the same, but it's definitely close enough to get you there.
All right. Wisdom.
Yeah.
She says, well, anyway, it's been nice seeing you again. What's this?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if we were all doing it. My apologies.
No, he's over there at the table with her right now.
Of course, yeah, my mistake, sorry.
Okay, so he makes a really pretty awesome copy of the map by eye. And she says, I'm really sorry, but Valona's waiting for me back at our place, so I have to get going right now. If you guys ever want to, meet up and have a little party, you can find us here a lot of times.
Okay, I'll find you here sometimes, and maybe we can see our place. Thanks.
All right.
For
So
waiting.
she gets up and
Opening up.
She gets up and she walks to the bar. She says something to the bartender and the waiter, and then she leaves.
Okay, that was fun. I switch over to the other table and just say, well, if you want to fight a big ass dragon and die, I have a map to it. In other world news.
You guys are awesome. I love playing with you.
And in other news, there's something going on around here. I have no idea what beacon they're talking about that's been shut off or whatever. And yeah, I'm pretty much done for today. I don't know if you guys want to explore this thing.
I like the idea with the map.
Why don't you guys, okay, why don't you guys maybe try and ask around the room about the so-called keep lantern being turned out, because it seems like the sailors can't get out of the harbor. It seems like everybody knows a little something about it, but everybody's saying something different. So why don't you ask around at the 4 northern tables, there are 4 different groups of people sitting there.
Okay, so this one has the orc, half orc.
Sorry, can I just say, can Rogard just nod off for a minute, because I've got something I need to deal with.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very, very sorry.
We've got a half orc up here in the northwest corner. I'm pinging it on the map right now. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, there is a large carved totem of a laughing goblin. Or that's what it's supposed to be. It's very worn out.
I like that. Okay, so here is the half orc.
Here.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I was. All right. So Abraxia goes over to the orcs table.
Okay.
You said that the orc seemed like he wanted to be sort of like left alone. He was drinking quietly and stuff. I sort of just go over there and I say, excuse me, can I buy you another drink?
Oh, he looks up and he's like, oh, I would love another drink. And he chugs the rest of his ale. He says, I don't mind what we drink, but stay away from the wine. The wine here is atrocious.
I'm not keen on wine myself. I prefer a nice, good beer.
Yeah, okay, so you order a couple of beers. Fat Mar comes over and he serves up your beers. Then he walks back over to the bar and he goes back to talking to Imizael. He introduces himself as Ortol Gruck. He says he's impressed with your, I don't know how to say it. He's impressed with like how strong you look.
Ooh. I get a little bit of pink blush coming through my red scaled cheeks.
Okay. He then begins to tell you a tale that there is a pack of vengeful spirits living beneath Sokol Keep. and he says,
You know, I think it was these spirits that have put out the beacon, and they're preventing it from being relit somehow.
You don't say. What would you say these spirits would have looked like?
He says, well, I mean, I've never seen any spirits before, but from what I hear, they're kind of like, they look like they're made out of see-through material or something. They're kind of, you can see right through them, like they're almost not there. Like smoke in a lake.
Wow, that sounds very creepy. Is there,
He says, yeah, I mean, it is creepy. That's why I'm not going over there and handling it myself.
what is your job then, Ortal Brock?
He says, well, I'm a mercenary, but I'm not working right now. I'm here looking for some work. I heard there's a lot of adventuring around this area of town.
That's impressive. So yes, me too. I am also a very keen adventurer. I like finding maybe some treasure and having some fun. Cat, stop it.
Yeah, I love treasure. Treasure's the best part, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You get treasure, and you got your gems and your gold coins, and you got all that shiny. Oh, I love that. I like to just take that and just rub it on my face.
I'm sure you do. That sounds like a delightful idea. I turn to, I look at Ortal Brock, and can I make a sort of a check to see if these spirits are just because he's drunk, or that he actually does believe that these spirits are real?
you know what? Go ahead and roll your insight.
Okay. Shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, that's a really good insight roll. You get the sense that he doesn't necessarily believe the spirits are real, but it's a tale that he's been told ever since he can remember, and it's just a cultural sort of fable that he's relating to you. That culturally he believes it, but doesn't necessarily think ghosts are real.
Yeah. All right, so I sort of turned to him, really intrigued by this story of spirits, vengeful spirits, are like smoke in a glass kind of deal. And I sort of say to him, where did these spirits come from? What's their origin?
He says, my people tell many tales of spirits, but none of these tales go into how these spirits are formed. Many dark spirits exist in everything in life, as well as benevolent spirits.
Okay, well, I've just seen my friend over there, so I'm just going to go back and join him. Please, let me buy you one more drink for your fascinating tale of the spirits.
Oh my God, he is so pleased with you now. I think you have just made a friend. Ortal Brock is now considering you his friend.
Fantastic. So I get him a drink, and then I kind of go over back to like where Rogar is, just so that I can just sort of take in the information, and so Aravos can go to a new table.
And I awake with a start, not realizing I fell asleep.
You need another drink. Okay, so from this table you got a tale of vengeful spirits living beneath so-called keep that have extinguished the lighthouse beacon, and they're preventing it from being relit. And you also have 3 more tables full of, well, not full, but with people sitting at them who have not been approached. Here, northeast, here, middle east, and here, middle west.
Okay, so that's the orc there. So then they're the half. Alright, so I think I'm gonna slowly wander off towards the halflings, which I believe are here, if I've written it correctly.
Let me just double check that. Yeah, that's right. 2 halfling merchants are sitting at this table.
Yes, my note taking is correct. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to move over there, but if someone else wants to go and chat to another table, because I've already spoken to a table, but I've just moved myself in position ready to chat. So if Aravos or Rogar wants to talk to somebody else, you can go.
Roger can go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what we're trying to decide to leave just as we were deciding what information we're trying to find.
So this table over here is where the half orc is, who's now my best friend. I bought him some beers and he told me a story from his culture about spirits, vengeful spirits that turned off the beacon and won't relight it.
So I'm gonna go over here. Who's here? Sorry. This one here.
Right there, you have got 3 humans with ink-stained hands and shirts. They're sharing a drink over dinner and quietly speaking to themselves.
Can I see any distinguished marks about the ink? Is it kind of printer ink, or is it tattoo ink, or?
That's an interesting question. It's hard to tell just by looking. It's black ink on their hands and shirts. Maybe they are calligraphers, maybe they are makers, maybe they run a printing press, work at the newspaper if there is one. It's hard to say.
I'm going to go over there and kind of listen for a break in the conversation perhaps, and point to their hands and say, I see the ink on your hands. Are you artisans? Trying to find something to break the ice with.
Okay. They kind of look up and they glare at you for a minute. And they say, why don't you take your scaly face and get the hell out of here?
Well, it's rather rude. I was going to come over and discuss various trades and maybe buy you a drink at all, or two.
They say, we've already got drinks. Leave us be. And they go back to eating their dinner and ignoring you.
I want to stand to my full height, and in a rather booming voice, I say, well, that's no way to talk to a dragonborn.
Oh, I like that voice.
Oh my god, roll an intimidation.
Oh, I was hoping you would say that.
Cool, I'm intimidated.
Damn it.
10. You know what? No, with a 10, these guys are like, holy shit, they all jump back in their seats. They pound their drinks and get up and get the hell out of there.
Fair enough. That seems like a bust.
Erebos, do you want to go to the next table?
What do we have left?
Quite a few, I think.
The lower, the middle west table above the entry is the only one left that hasn't been approached, but we're still waiting on Abraxia to interact with the halfling merchants.
Yeah, I was trying to be fair and not like talk too much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. All right, so Abraxia goes over to the halfling merchants who are having their lunch. she gives them a look. Can she sort of have a look and see like if they're wearing colourful clothes or some way of working out what type of merchants they are? If they're like from a guild or something.
When you look at these guys, you see that they have sitting under and next to the chairs tool chests full of ropes, dried sundries and foods from the Dale lands. They're enjoying their lunch, and they turn to you and they say, "Oh, are you stuck here as well? We're stuck here at Flan until so-called Keep Lighthouse is reignited, and this delay is really costing us a lot of money. These ropes, they dry out over time, and of course our dried foods don't get moldy if we don't get them to market as soon as we can."
Yeah, that must be a real pain in the ass, guys. Like that cannot be fun, especially when it's hurting your business. How
Tell me about it.
How do you keep
The one says, "I have 8 kids back at home."
8? Wow, yeah, I know a few families that have got more.
The next one says, "Well, I have 12 kids."
Wow, that's a lot of mouths to feed. Can I maybe give you a little bit of...
The first one says, "Well, I mean, those kids are only the ones from my first wife. With my second wife, I have another 8 kids, so 16 altogether."
Wow, okay, so you're going to have many good sons and daughters, I think, to help you with your business. I say to them, can I offer you, and it's not charity, but could I offer you a little bit of money to sort of help you buy some extra drinks or something? I'd love to know a bit more about your businesses.
When you mention money, right away they interrupt you and they say, "Hey, we don't need charity. We got stuff right here we can sell. These dried foods, they last for weeks. But as we're stuck here, we've already had them for a week. We're worried they might go bad. Why don't you buy some of this and we'll help each other out?"
Absolutely. How much?
They will sell you 1 day's rations for 1 gold. You can buy as much as you want.
So
They
sorry.
also have ropes if anybody is missing a rope.
I'm not, can I just quickly check my inventory? I'm not sure if I actually have ropes or not. Might be quite handy. I have a Dungeoneer's pack. I think that does give me some type of rope, but I'll buy some more. So if I want to buy rope, I have to sell one of my rations. Or I have to give them gold for the rope.
They'll give it to you at market price, though.
Okay, so tell me, what's the market price for this type of rope?
That is actually in the equipment section of your player's handbook, and I'll look it up right now. Sorcerer, Warlock, equipment. Okay.
1 gold for 50 feet. If it's hemp.
There you go.
Okay, so
That is exactly what they have. They have hemp rope.
Okay, so 1 gold coin for £10. All right.
They say if you're interested, we also sell hemp flowers for smoking.
All right, brilliant. Okay, so how long do you have for your rope? What's the length that you have for your ropes?
We have 50-foot ropes, but we do have one 100-foot rope. It costs 3 times as much as a 50-foot rope.
1, 2, 3. All right, I will pay 3 gold coins for the 100-foot rope, and the hemp flower. Where are you hiding from me? I'm just checking the price. Sorry. Why can't I see it? Am I being blind? Hemp flower, yeah? Some tackle. Sorry guys. Yeah, I'll pay. How much? How much for the flour? I'm having trouble remembering.
Oh yeah, it's 5 gold pieces for enough for, you know, a night of partying with a couple friends.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll pay you 8 gold for the for the flowers and for the 100-foot hempen rope.
Okay, they're like, yeah, that's a great deal, and they trade.
Okay, fantastic.
They're
Okay.
like, thank you so much. And then they look so much happier. They redistribute their goods between the 3 toolboxes, and then they're like, they clap their hands and they're like, so boys, what do you say we double down? And they order another full meal for their lunch.
Okay, so as they do that, I say, may I join you? I'd love to know a little bit more about how long you've been in this type of business.
Oh gosh, okay, so you sit down and they regale you with a tale of their childhoods, coming up in the trading business, how their parents, were born in the Dale Lands, and so were they born in the Dale Lands. They come through Flan usually once every 2 weeks on a trade route towards more southerly ports, and yeah, that's they tell you pretty much the whole story of their lives, and it's interesting, but they're just regular tradesmen. They're not like super exciting life living kind of people, those halflings.
Okay.
Except the adventurers.
Yeah. All right. So I've bought the rope. All right. All right. So is there maybe something I've missed? Can I do maybe a perception check to see if I've missed the way they look?
Left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
No, go ahead, please.
Okay. The only table left is the one that our boss walked to, and here he sees 2 female human mercenaries sitting at a table. They seem to be talking about their mutual concern over a friend named Grim, who happens to be one of the missing Black Fist guards, which are not the same as the Black Guards, by the way. The Black Fist guards are in charge of guarding so-called keep, along with the House So-called owns the keep, but they are a relatively new house. They're a young, noble house raised up by the First Lord Protector. This is what they're telling you right now. They're happy to share this. They say, House So-called owns the keep, but they are a relatively new house. They're a young, noble house raised up by the First Lord Protector. The only reason House So-called still bothers with it is that it is a small source of income because of the port, and with trade the way it is, they need all the help they can get. There aren't that many folks still working in the keep, mostly members of the House of So-called, and a handful of Black Fist guards, one of whom is their friend Grim, who is missing.
Ooh. Thanks.
As they relate this whole story to you, you can't even get a word in edgewise. They're just blathering the whole story to you, like they think that you're actually going to do something about it.
Yeah, I'll totally do something about it. Thanks. I turn to the barkeep and just say, 2 beers here, and I toss him a few gold to pay for that. Thanks.
Okay.
Anything else I might need to know? Feel free to speak.
Just as you ask, bang, the door is violently thrown open as 6 burly, drunken dock workers barge in. They seem very angry. Without sparing anybody a glance, they march toward the 2 mercenaries that you're speaking with who are moping over their drinks. They say, Oi, your friends in the keep are costing us work. Where are they hiding? Bellows one to the woman at the table. She says, sod off, fierce, as one of the mercenaries growls. Obviously in no mood for a chat, he says, crawl back into the hole you came from before you and your friends get hurt.
Wait. Okay, guys, calm down. Before we go to anything, why don't we all just take a good drink and relax? Think that's gonna help.
Okay. Why don't you give me a persuasion check?
Oh, this is gonna be glorious.
Oh. Okay, so, the dock worker who was just yelling a second ago, he seems like he backs off just a tiny bit, but he doesn't really feel like this, he doesn't really feel better about the situation. At this time, the barkeep speaks up, and she tries to calm the dock workers before, you know, a fight breaks out. I'm going to go ahead and roll advanced dice roller. She fails miserably, and a fight breaks out. Let's see.
And I'm out.
Everybody, please roll initiative.
Sure.
This is gonna be painful. Like, this is... They're pulling out weapons on us.
These dock workers do not have armaments of any kind.
Oh, so this is an actual fucking tavern brawl.
Yeah, they're gonna fight.
You know, I have a -1 to strength, which means I do 0 points of damage.
My initiative is 19.12.
You guys aren't actually in the fight unless you hit somebody. You're just having a turn during the initiative rounds.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, my initiative roll was 19.12.
Okay.
Before you mentioned that these guys came in, I kind of put myself over by the door. Did they just barge right past me?
Pretty much.
Okay. 19, 7, 6. Here we go.
Okay, why the fuck are you rolling so many initiatives?
There's 6 of them.
Like, it's gonna take forever for him to write all that down.
Okay, so 1x20, ABR, 1x19, 19, 2x17, 2x16, 2x16, 1x4. Okay, I got it all written down. I just have to pull out some bar workers. Here's we goes. I mean dock workers, whatever. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he appear on the map, though? What's the dealio with that? There we go. And now I need 2 English mercenaries.
Ooh, we're a bit robotic again, huh? Doing the robot. Oh my god. Can't hear anyone.
Hello.
Hello, you're still a little bit robotic.
No. Alright, next to act is Abraxia. Sorry about that.
That's better. Okay, my turn. Alright, so I'm not technically in combat yet, right? So I can move all the way across.
You can move up to your movement speed.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a bit
And
behind.
additionally, using your action, move up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to move twice, you totally can by doing a dash.
So 30. Oh, missed my spot then. That's 30. Okay. So I get there. And then how do I dash again? What's the dice roll?
You just move again. You just move again.
Oh,
Just
okay.
spin.
Okay, cool. Just my 30.
Yeah, you get your full movement speed again when you dash. That's right.
Okay. I will go there in that corner. Okay. Braxi moves in. Okay, so I moved, I dashed. Am I allowed to hit now?
Nope. Dashing was your action.
Oh, okay, so dashing is part of my action. Could I possibly then just sort of backtrack to, like, maybe here then, so I'm not immediately going to be hit? Seeing as I can't actually attack. Is that okay?
You can. You can, but no one is targeting you. You haven't hit anybody. They're worried about those two chicks.
Oh, okay, alright, I'll stay where I am then. That's fine. Good to know.
Okay, next to act, we got one more of these fellows. We'll do this guy. He's gonna move to here. Boop. And he's gonna strike out her. That's a miss. That's a miss.
Yeah, that drunk.
Let's see, we got 2 more guards to act, so it'll be this guy. He's going to stay right there and strike out at her. That's a hit. She takes 1 more damage. And then this guy, he's going to step forward. He's going to hit her. That's a miss. Next to act is the 2 girl. She hit the most recent one to have attacked her. This she is going to do. These guys. That's a hit. Okay. D4. 1 damage. And next to act is the this guy right here. This dude. He's going to move to this part of the table and make a strike at her. That's a miss. And now the last guard will act. He'll move here. Okay, next to act. Rogar and then Aravos.
Alright, me first. Alright, if I say what I want to do, and then you can tell me how much of it I can do, or what I need to roll for it.
Okay.
Because I want to come up behind this guy who's attacking.
Yeah.
I want to grab him, slam him up against the wall, and threaten him with some severe violence if they don't stand down.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, I like that idea. If you can step behind him and attempt a strength check for grappling, and you beat his strength check, then we will go ahead and play that out exactly like you just said.
Strength check. 13.
Okay, so you grab him, you slam him up against the wall, and he's restrained. And what do you say?
I say, my friends in this bar are quite well equipped to deal with thugs such as yourself. Now I suggest the lot of you stand down, find a table, and get a drink.
Wow. Okay, I want you to roll an intimidation check. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, that is enough. You actually convince these guys. They all look at you like, "Oh, holy crap!" And then they stop fighting. You guys have stopped the fight. You're out of combat.
Oh my goodness.
That was fun.
Unbelievable. That was awesome. I can't believe that worked, but it did. I've never seen that happen before.
Roga, Roga, Roga.
Okay, so they all pull up seats around the table. Let me just check what I don't know if they even wrote in what would happen if you managed. Hold on.
That's, I don't know.
Impressive.
Okay, and Misael is obviously upset at everyone involved and shoos you all outside to close up the tavern and clean up. After the brawl, both the dock workers and the mercenaries head outside, and they're outside the tavern licking their wounds.
So we're getting kicked out too?
Everybody. Whichever group the characters assisted, I guess that means both groups, really? Since of the way it played out, but let's see. The two mercenaries thank you boisterously for your help. The dock workers kind of scowl at you and mutter under their breath a little bit. They have a few choice words for you. They are not happy that they kind of were trying to perform a little business and got interrupted, but at least they didn't get killed. Izmael, after all that, she sends Fat Mar to the door, and he calls you back inside. And Izmael actually buys you all a round of drinks, including actually the people who were fighting. They're all invited back in. Everybody get and both the mercenaries and dock workers are happy to share rumors about what they know with the characters.
Brilliant.
Kyria and Aravel, the two mercenaries whose names you now have learned because they're very happy to be speaking to you, they are Sergeant Grimm's personal guard. And they tell you that he's a foolhardy man who is usually in debt to the wrong kind of... He spends his off-duty time trying to come up with ways to get money quickly. Grimm has befriended Egan the quartermaster in charge of Sokol. Egon Sokol is a somewhat enthusiastic, naive young man, eager to make a name for himself among his family, and they say Grimm once mentioned a treasure below the keep, and he said he was close to, but we think he was probably spinning tall too. They also tell you that the Black Fist has been openly recruiting in response to rumors of a spirit ship attacking coastal villages in the area. They say, if you want to know more, go talk to Guard Sergeant Herb at the Black Fist post by the docks. He'll be able to give you more information. The dock workers also share what they know with you, and I'm going to share that with you right now. The dock workers know information that is more oriented towards the so-called keep itself. Rumor has it that the keep is haunted with the spirit of dead clerics who died 1,001 years ago. It used to be a temple to some god or another, but none of them really know which god it was. They all say something different. One says Torm, one says Tyr, a third insists they're both wrong, and suggest that it was the headquarters of some pagan cult. They also heard rumors about spirit ships attacking nearby villages. Ensuring that the beacon is lit should be a priority, if this is true. And one more thing, they tell you that someone named Leela is House Sokol's administrator and has an office by the docks as well. She's usually who the dock workers will go to look for jobs, so she can be counted on as a good information source for the docks and Sokol Keep.
Okay. Oh, lots to write.
I know, that was you were talking to 8 different people, so I had to keep it short. So everybody's kind of everybody's had their drinks and made their peace and shook hands and laughed about, and everybody's kind of filing out, and Izmael wants to, again, close up and, it's the end of the night, basically. So everybody's kind of walking out. But as you do, some members of the Black Fist arrive with cudgels in their hands. The guards are like rudely showing their way past you to get inside of the tavern. And I would like you, let's see, who's the smartest?
Probably not me. I'm not
Intelligence
sure.
is a dubstep for all of us, I think.
Okay, somebody, I don't care who, then roll an insight check.
My intelligence. Oh, where are you? Intelligence.
My insight is actually 2, so that's good.
Yeah, that's probably better. Mine's -1.
Okay, roll your insight check, please.
Okay.
Okay. You see the Black Fist Guard pushing their way through the crowd with cudgels in hand, and you realize that they're probably looking for brawlers. And they might be there to arrest everybody.
I dodge the 2 Dragonborns with both my elbows and just say, move, now, move, go.
Okay, so the dock workers also say, oh shit, it's the Black Fist, we gotta get the hell out of here, and they disperse. And so too, the 2 mercenaries, you look around and they were already gone, they must have smelled it. From here, you guys have 2 leads. The House so-called administrative offices, or the Black Fist Guard Post.
Administrative offices. We are not going to go to the Bear Paw or like Lion's Den.
Yeah, I agree. I think the admin's probably the better place to go.
Where?
The admin house. Leela's
so-called
house.
Administrative office?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, great. So, while you were talking with the crowd, they pointed out the direction to the administrative offices right over by the docks. Both the Black Fist office administration and House so-called administrative office, kind of nearby, but not so much that it would be a concern for you to walk over there. At the door, you are met by Leela, a human female employee of House so-called in her late 30s. Wait a minute. I have to read this. Hold on. Okay, so you approach her and she welcomes you, and she says, so, what can I help you with?
Okay, should I?
Please.
Well, okay. This is kind of wild tales, and we heard it from drunken sailors and merchants, so I don't know if this is true yet, but the beacon at the so-called lighthouse, whatever that is out.
She says, oh yes, the lighthouse has been out for 2 nights now. It's very distressing. We can't seem to get it relit. We can't even get up there to get it relit.
Yeah, and us being a part of he really like says this with being a part of Dragon 5, whatever they calling us.
I'll interject. Dragon Force 5.
Yeah, that. We kind of like to run into dangerous, weird shit like that. So I guess we're here to help.
Okay, do me a favor and run a persuasion check.
Do I get the advantage because he corrected me?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, she totally has heard of Dragon Force 5. And she's like, oh, you were Dragon Force 5. Please roll your persuasion with advantage.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, it's not actually 5 dragons. We have like 3, and the 2 of us are half-elves.
So, she says, well, come into my office for a minute. And she pulls you back into the office. She seems like she's business to the core. Everything in her small office is meticulously placed to make her job more efficient. She speaks quickly, stupefyingly economic in her mannerisms and words. She says, at first I was hesitant to allow an investigation into the problems of the island because the Black Fist should be able to handle it. But it's, for some reason, there's a problem, some reason that we don't really know. But I can provide you with this information. She says, the keep is operated by Egan Sokol, a young scion of the house. She says, I know there are young caretakers in the employ of House Sokol, Darvog and Chandra. But I don't know much about them. They've just been working there for a long time. She says, also, there's a contingent of Black Fist guards. She says, there are 6, if I recall correctly. She suggests speaking to the Black Fist representative 3 doors down, as he's responsible for scheduling of the Black Fist guards.
Okay.
She also jots down a quick note on a piece of paper and refers you to the ferryman, the Karst.
How was the name? The first?
Okay, it says she jots down a quick note on a piece of paper and refers you to the ferryman, the Karst, to get to the island if that's where you're going to go.
Cost.
Okay. Is this note gonna get us there without paying, or do we need to pay the guy?
The note is giving you permission to take the ferry to the island. It's closely guarded by the Black Fist guards, and they normally don't allow people on the island.
Ah, okay, yeah. Thanks for that.
The Black Fist guards post is only a stone's throw away, she says, and points the direction. And you already know from what the dock workers said that the office is attended by Guard Sergeant Hearn, a brooding male dwarf in Black Fist uniform.
Well, unless you have some warnings for us regarding the place we need to scout out, thank you for the note, and we'll see to it, I think.
She says, thank you very much. If you need anything to help you on your quest, please let me know.
Information into exactly what we're getting ourselves into? We heard stories about spirits, and
That's, everybody's been hearing the same rumors. There's all kinds of rumors flying around. Nobody knows what's going on. That's what she truthfully tells you.
so not even you have any bloody clue what.
I mean, I've heard at least 3 or 4 different stories. I don't know which of them is true. Something about some vengeful spirits that died over 1,000 years ago. Something about the Black Fist Guard being in on it to hurt the trades, to gain more power in the area by bottlenecking trade organizations. There's rumors of so-called being involved. You know, as soon as the light went out, people started speculating, and now it's been 2 nights, and ships can't come in or leave. So the speculation has been growing wild.
Okay, thanks. If we have any questions, we'll come to you.
Thank you very much, she says.
Alright, so maybe it's a good idea if we go 3 doors down to speak to the Black Fist representative.
Yeah, I'll let the talking to the mercenaries to you two guys. I barely got any info from her, and I think I almost screwed that up. But in any case, we have the note. We can go to the island.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so as you step outside, you're making your way down. The doors aren't right next to each other. These are like dock buildings. They're pretty large. There's storage inside, offices, you know, rest areas for the workers. They're pretty big buildings. You're walking up the dock a bit, and a female moon elf approaches you. She says, "One of my informants overheard you asking questions. So I sent word to Harper's to meet privately with me in a nearby room in the Laughing Goblin. I can relate information regarding Guard Sergeant Grimm and his reputation." And she gives the Harper characters, which is all of you, an assignment if you journey to So-Called Keep. She says, "Please recover any arcane or forgotten knowledge from So-Called Keep."
And what do we get in return for this?
Let me look.
Do you have any clue?
Yeah, yeah, you get nothing. You have to finish more of the adventure to get paid.
Okay.
Do you have any
But-
clue what kind of arcane or lost secrets, or just basically any trinket we run into?
Okay, she says there are rumored to be bound brass plates on the island somewhere. She also says if you can recover Eigen's journal, that also would be helpful.
Okay.
So she gave you all the information she has for now. She has really nothing more to say. So you guys walk the rest of the way to the Blackfist guard post. The Blackfist guard post was pretty much a stone's throw away from House Sokol's office, and is attended by Guard Sergeant Hearn, a brooding male dwarf in a Blackfist uniform. He's more than happy to give you his blessing to investigate the keep. His resources, as of late, have been stretched thin, and the promise of free labor is music to his ears.
Free labor?
I'm curious as to, we don't know what's actually happened at the lighthouse, but there have been guards up there surely in the last 2 days. Can
Yeah.
you talk to anybody who has been on duty over there in the last 2 days to find out what they know?
Excuse me, just a second.
No problem, honey.
Also, I think we would be kind of deserving of some sort of compensation if we find your guards, if the ghosts haven't eaten them, or if we take care of the ghosts, or anything in between.
That too.
He says, well, a lot of my Blackfist guards, as of late, have gone missing. They were moonlighting as black guards in the center city part of Flan to protect the local citizenry, and I'm missing 9 of my guards. I'm in charge of scheduling them all, but I'm having trouble finding enough hands. He also says, I'm an old man. I'm just riding out my last few years I have left before I can retire.
So why don't you deputize us when we're already going to the island to see what's going on with the whatever turned off the island?
So you, He's thinking to himself for a minute. He's like,
And trust me, and I point to the 2 dragonborn besides me. They don't work for free, and they eat a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Aros has seen us eat.
He says, I'll tell you what. I will sign you up as members of the Blackfist Guard at the same price as I pay any of my other Blackfist Guards, which is 10 gold pieces per day.
Do we get a badge at least?
He kind of left. He says, we don't really have badges. We just kind of have like a color-coded uniforms. And he like kind of shows off the cool parts of his uniform that he's wearing. He says, these epaulets indicate my rank. He says, this medal over here indicates my bravery and service. He has only 6 Blackfist guards remaining at the keep. He says, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a lazy old man, but I still manage to routinely volunteer for duty at the keep. Because a lot of the other guards kind of regard that assignment to be some kind of a punishment, although I'm not sure why. It's a beautiful island. There's nothing wrong with it.
Ghosts?
So
He tells you that, he says, Ensuring the beacon stays lit is the job of House Sokol, but the Black Fist were there to make sure that they stayed safe in order to get it done. The keep itself is run by House Sokol, and they have an administrative office a couple of doors down. And he says, you can drop my name to the ferryman Karst, and please do keep me apprised of any developments.
Okay, can I ask him, like, because he has been to the island a few times from doing
Many
his...
times, he says.
Many times from going there. Can you kind of give us like a layout of, for example, the entrance, traps, things like that, that we should be aware of?
I do hope they do not have traps. That's gonna be.
But it's a keep. They want to keep people out, don't they? Trying to keep it protective. So there probably is.
He says, traps? You gotta be kidding. I got guards walking all over that place every day, all day long. If those traps, you would have found them by now.
Okay. Is there like multiple entrances on the island, or back ways in case of a siege?
Hold on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He says, well, as you probably know, the island is in the center of the delta between the Stajanov River and the sea. He says the current is extremely fast, and the only way that you can get onto the actual island is through the dock on the east point of the island. It's a triangular shaped island. Mm-hmm. It splits the river Stajanov in two, which both sides flow out to the sea beyond.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's all my questions. Anyone else got any questions for Herm?
I think I'm beat.
Yeah.
Guys, that's your adventure for today.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay, cool. We got a lot of information, guys, to
We didn't kill anybody.
go through.
Surprisingly.
You're welcome.
Rogar kept us safe. A bit too safe.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
For today's adventure, everybody gets the standard pay. It's 2 adventure checkpoints, 2 treasure points, 5 downtime days.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! I have 20. I'm gonna use them to level up.
Wonderful.
There you go, level 5, all right.
Woo,
That's,
woo, woo.
I think you're the first one. The adventure name is Secrets of Sokol Keep, Sokol.
So does that mean I cannot I cannot play until somebody else hits level 5 and he have a level 5 group?
We will need at least 4 players of level 5 or up, because the second tier adventures are a lot harder. 3 people are not going to be able to cut it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah.
Okay, then I would like to give me another character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you allow, I'll roll up another character.
yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I've already got a character in line. That could be
Let's
quite
start the
amusing.
character sheets. I love that.
Yeah, because how many days to how many downtimes to level up to 5 again? Was it 8?
20.
20, sorry. Yeah, I've definitely got
It's
enough.
double. Okay, tier 1 10-day. Remember, a 10 day is a week.
Yep.
At tier 1, leveling up costs 1 10-day worth of downtime days.
Mm-hmm.
At level 5 to level 9, it costs double. At
Okay.
level 10 to level 15, it costs double.
Yep.
At level, 14 I meant to say. At level 15 to level 20, it costs double again.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Awesome. Yeah. If I can get another character sheet, that would be great. This character is going to be very interesting, I think, compared to Abraxia, but it should be fun to play, definitely. Want to test
What are you
out her
going
skills. You'll find out. I'm leaving that as a surprise.
Okay, I mean... Okay.
I love the worry in your
Okay.
voice.
No, I'm just no. You're the guys that need to worry. I'm gonna roll up a wild magic sorcerer. You're fucked.
Awesome. All right then.
Also,
Is that
if I count this right, to level up one level, we need adventure points. But because I have like 4 adventure points, I could use from this character 4 adventure points to level up the second character. Right?
You want to start at level 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what they're for.
Okay.
okay? Cool.
That is exactly the point of the adventure points. So that if you can't use your character right away, and also bear in mind that as you play your second level tier 1 character, if you want, you can also level up your higher character if you have enough saved up.
Yep.
So let me just repeat. So adventure points are good for leveling up another character. Downtime is for like doing extra leveling between tiers, kind of thing.
That is actually not accurate.
Oh, damn it. Okay, sorry.
10 downtime days can be spent to train your character to gain a level of your class, exactly as we have done. That is totally correct at tier 1.
And I can do the same with adventure points if I have them.
Yeah, the only difference is your downtime days have to be earned by the character, whereas your adventure points can be shared.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm with you. Alright, cool. Alright, awesome. Is that everything before I sign off and raid?
No, I think we're done for today. I think we had a great session. You
Definitely.
guys role-played. You got some information. You know where you're headed. You got that map, by the way. I will draw you up a map and give that to you as a handout.
Okay.
Yeah. Great session, guys. I had a great time.
Brilliant. Alright, so I would like to give a big warm thanks to our wonderful GM Miniax Miniatures. Again, let me give you another shout out.
Oh, thank you.
Miniax Miniatures. Can you just repeat what type of things you stream for the people that are watching?
I sculpt and paint miniatures for games just like D&D, role-playing tabletop games. You can sign up for my Patreon to get my models. And I stream on Twitch doing that stuff too, so follow me if you want. Love you guys. Instagram too.
Brilliant. Okay, and Rogue Gamer, I know you're also streaming.
Not anymore, but I will stream again soon enough.
Oh, sorry, I meant Base, not Rogue, sorry. Wrong name.
Sorry?
I went Base, just for my streamers, because you're streaming as well. Can you just remind people of what sort of things you stream?
I miniature paint, and I play, once a week I play a video game, and now I stream D&D.
Fantastic. So thank you very much, Rogue Gamer, for participating and for me participating in your stream as well. And thank you, Avaros, as well, for being awesome and very logical, because we need that.
I had such a wonderful time today, you guys.
Me too. And I love the
I really had fun.
Laughing Goblin Tavern. That's really cool design.
That's a little different from, you know, I had to do that just off of the description.
Oh, okay.
There was no pictures or anything. I had to just do it off the description. In the where the tables are in the book, it says booths, but I didn't read that, so I left the tables. I was like, screw that, I'm not doing it over.
It's more thematic, I think, the way you've done it as well, actually. So I think you did a good job there, honey.
Cool beans.
Alright, I'm going to sign off and raid someone. Thanks again, everyone, and catch you all again soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ciao, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, brilliant. I am signed out of Discord. Good. Okay, so here is the Boarderline Streamers, where we actually meet up and organize our online board games and our online D&D sessions. It's really, really nice fun. All right, let me just quickly go to Twitch, and find someone to raid. So I hope you all had a really nice time. That was a really interesting session. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Hoping the volume and everything was okay. My laptop's been very slow this evening, so I do apologise if there was any issues in that regard. I would like to raid someone from the Dungeons and Dragons community. Oh, I've just lost the word I wanted. There we go. There's Dungeons and Dragons. I've also got Dungeons and Dragons Online from Steam, as well as the Lord of the Rings online game too. So I am going to be planning to stream that once I can make sure I can log in properly. Oh, I like that. Ragtag D&D 5e. Let's jump in to them and give them a big warm love as well. So here is the raid call. And of course, if you also have got the my basic emoticon for tier 1, you can also do this raid. So please feel free to copy and paste. I should have done it. Let me just double check I've done it correctly. No, not quite. Okay, so I'll go copy and paste that myself. Okay, perfect. So again, thank you very, very much. Let me get their name as well so we can go over and raid them. Table story. Nice and simple. I like that. A raid table story. I'll just go to my end as well. 2 viewers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you all very, very much for joining. I'm really enjoying this. And see you again very soon for more role-playing online. Bye!